This little monster is an industrial strength dehumidifier. If you have one of these in your house, it means something went seriously wrong. This unit basically takes moist air and dries it out. In this case, the air is coming in at 85 degrees, 44% humidity, coming out at 115 degrees, 11% humidity. That 115 degree heat is getting blown into our house, where a couple days ago we had a maybe $10 toilet fixture break and flood the place with an inch of water where I'm standing, in the guest bathroom, in the main bathroom, in the main bedroom, in the walk-in closet, in the front family room. Water, water everywhere. There's another industrial strength dehumidifier putting out some hot air and drying out the air. I've got some regular fans running to exhaust some of the hot air outside. You know, again, that's 114, 115 degrees. It's hot in here right now. And all this because a supply hose for the toilet popped and spewed many, many gallons of water around the house. 7 years ago, on the same toilet, another fitting connected with the supply hose also went haywire, flooded us. Now all of the new floors that we had put in 7 years ago have to get torn out. We've got to have all the furniture moved out so they can get the floors up. So we got to pack things up like we're moving. And stay tuned. I'll tell you what you can do. At least check on something. Maybe do a little preventive maintenance to keep this from happening. And thanks to our toilet water supply line, we get a visit from the Pod Man. Crews moved in this morning with boxes and blankets and bubble wrap and packing paper and all of that, and they've been wrapping up furniture. I say hello once again to our little friend. Only 112 degrees today, down from yesterday's 115. This is what they're going to put our stuff in that they've been packing up. If you don't want this happening at your house, watch the rest of my video on how to at least become aware of your water system supply for the toilet, the commode, the john, the porcelain throne, the pot. And did we mention the loo? When not being used to put pods into people's driveways, this mechanism is used to transport the big, giant NASA missiles before the space shots. It moves them out to the launch area. This is the freshwater supply hose used by toilets. This end screws onto a little faucet that comes out of the wall behind your toilet. And it looks to be all metal at this end, as is the faucet. And that little faucet handle down there, just take a moment, right this moment, go look at that thing and familiarize yourself with it, because if something starts leaking in your toilet, that's where you shut off the water. And so this hose would be going to that. The other end of the hose connects to the toilet itself. Well, it's supposed to. This one broke. It looks like that, and it screws onto a nylon fitting that is attached to the bottom of your toilet bowl. Your toilet bowl is made out of porcelain or something like that, so they have a big hole drilled through it, and then they have to use this big nylon contraption to provide an input pipe, if you will, and it's threaded, and this piece screws onto that. What happened was, this time, it broke. The plastic just came off all the way around, like almost like somebody had cut it, and water came squirting out of that nozzle to the tune of, well, let's say many thousands of dollars, no doubt, in insurance money will be needed to bring things back to normal. This happened before, 6 years ago. A different hose, pretty much just like this one. This part didn't break, but the nylon part we showed you that goes into the toilet, that came loose. The water squirted out around that. So what do we do about this? Go dig a hole in the background and use that as your potty. I recommend that. Or short of that, go look underneath there and first of all, touch the underside of the hose fitting at the wall. And don't worry, it's fresh water. There's no doo-doo water coming out of this thing or touching it. And see if you feel anything moist. Sometimes these things get a little bit loose and you have a very slow drip. You don't notice the floor turns brown or the wall does. And the same thing where this piece fits under the toilet. There's a big, I guess you'd call it a nylon nut around the threaded piece of pipe. And that'll get loose. So you can finger tighten that up, get it pretty snug. You don't want to force things. Same thing with this end. You put a little wrench on there and you'll feel it start to get snug, a little bit snugger, but you don't push a lot of pressure on it. And when you do put these back on, the first thing you do is, of course, you turn it on and you feel around again, see if there's any water dripping. If so, you tighten it up just a little bit more. So this is the culprit that caught us 6 years ago and this year, flooding much of the house. It's about a $10 part. If you don't feel comfortable shutting off the supply valve at the wall and disconnecting this and this and putting in a new one, maybe it's worth a while to have your plumber take a look at it. And it can save you, I'd say save you a lot of money. Insurance covers a lot, but it never makes you 100% whole. And this is also a good reason why just this week I started thinking maybe when I go on vacation, it's a good idea to shut off the main water valve into the house. I imagine if this thing had broken either time and we weren't home and it ran all weekend or for a week, we'd have a waterfall gushing down the hillside that our house is located on. So that's Crusty Bob's DIY fix-it-yourself home improvement happy homemaker contribution today. Check out your toilet systems. Your toilet system. It's just a toilet. Toilets aren't systems yet. When they go digital, maybe that'll happen. But this is still an analog toilet, and it's something you can fix very easily. And at least check it out and see if it looks secure. Bye-bye!